Hey y'all, it's your girl Yin. Thanks for joining me. This is going to be a reading for Leo for the month of August. Okay, and we're all under the current sign of Leo. That's where the sun is right now. So that's masculine, passionate, fiery. And I like to read the energy of the zodiac sign itself. So I suggest watching any video that resonates with you, whether it's your sun or your moon sign or your rising, any of them. I like to read the energy of that zodiac, okay? And that's what I'll be doing today. So yeah, and if you want a reading from me, or if you have any questions, or you want to check out my social media, it'll all be in the description box. All right, guys? All right, let's get it started. What's going on with the energy of Leo? What's the present energy for Leo? Oh, I got two. Death and the Nine of Wands. So we got death and rebirth here. So with the death card, that is exactly what it sounds like, an ending of some kind. Of course, it doesn't have to be literal. You know what I mean? In this deck, it's death and rebirth, and the Light Seer's deck. And that's definitely that's a big transition, because there's a lot of cards that mean transition, but this is a big transition. I feel, from what I'm feeling right now, it seems to be of self in general, of the self. Okay, and with the Nine of Wands, this is my stand your ground, almost there. It may feel like it's getting tougher before it's getting better, but so far this is a good energy. Let's keep going. I will clarify, as I go, okay? What's challenging or crossing Leo energy right now? The Chariot. So the Chariot is about going the right way, the true way, being on that, feeling like you're on the right path. And some of you guys might be feeling that, knowing exactly, trying to get on your right path. There seems to be some sort of, okay, before I continue, I'm going to say this. With all the cards that are here right now, death, standing your ground and going through the worst of it, and then with the Chariot card, making sure you're on the right path. This is already telling me that some of you guys are holding on to some old parts of you. Maybe it's not even, maybe it's patterns of some kind. But there's definitely something that you're holding on to while you're in this transition of new. What's in the environment for the Leo energy? Okay, Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Independence. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. This can be a single card. Enjoying. It doesn't mean you have to be a single person, like not in a relationship. But for me, what I'm getting is, it's about recognizing the value of yourself by yourself and what you can do by yourself. It's giving me very, I've never had to do it by myself, or I never wanted to do it by myself. And a lot of you guys, to make sure that you're on the right path, needs to realize yourself, just you and your individuality. Like, what can you do on your own? When you really come into that with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So that's telling me definitely you guys are trying to figure that out right now. Let's keep going, because I feel like there's more information here. I can already talk a bunch with the cards here, but I will be using clarifiers to kind of narrow down what's going on with the Leo energy. What's oh, there it is. What's in your thoughts? What's crowning your thoughts? It's the Seven of Wands. This is normally a very defensive, keeping your own peace kind of energy, but with it upside down, at least it's telling me that you guys are willing to get out of your comfort zone. So a lot of you guys, that's a very beautiful thing. You just learn how to do that. I feel like learning how to do that is this very difficult. It's because the Nine of Wands is standing your ground, right? And while you're on this journey, and it's not an easy card. It can feel very rough. It can feel like, am I going to get there? Am I going to get there? And, the 7 and the 9, to get from the 7 and the 9, that's 2. That's 2 of Wands. So really being able to make a choice at the crossroads. I know that card didn't fly out, but I do feel like I had to speak on that, because I feel like what you guys have made a decision of getting out of your comfort zone, as tumultuous as it is, it was the right decision. That's what put you in the transition of death and rebirth. I keep saying reverb. Death and rebirth. That way, you can be prepared in the frequency you're supposed to be on your spiritual path. Where'd you guys just come from? Judgment, recognizing oneself. So a lot of you guys just had the realization, like I said, it's like, if I want this, and if I'm gonna want this, I really need to just go on, and I gotta realize I gotta get out my comfort zone. I have to stop doing this. I have to start doing this. I have to, all that jazz. Excuse my nails. My daughter painted them a couple days ago and it's falling apart. I guess I should have painted them before this, but... And my daughter would be like, "Oh, Mom, you ruined the beautiful nail work I did." Like, yes, babe, it was beautiful. Okay, let's see what is the energy Leo is definitely going toward. Okay, Ace of Wands, so a new spark, a new idea, a new way of action, that's coming. Now with the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that's giving me very Ten of Wands. That's very much a burden. And so I think when you guys get to this point, it's kind of like, how they say out with the old, in with the new. However, imagine if you, I use this analogy a lot, but I can't help it. I feel like it's the best analogy. Imagine you get a brand new couch. And your living room has room for one couch. And you still have this old couch. You have yet to get rid of that old couch, but now you have this new couch, and it's like, dude, how am I gonna now? It's getting crowded. That's what the burden's gonna feel. That's what it's giving me. And I feel like a lot of you guys are in that transition of trying to figure out, how do I get rid of this old couch? It's a lot of work. Do I have to have somebody pick it up? Am I gonna have to do it myself? Do I have to pay somebody? Do I have to do this? Obviously, that might not be literal for some of you, but that is an analogy I feel best describes what's going on. It's that now you're going toward putting in the work that you might have felt like you didn't want to do before because it took you out of your comfort zone. I feel like a lot of you guys are just coming out of comfort zones. Let's get what's hiding from Leos here. Let me get one more. What's hiding from Leos? Okay, Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Okay, so when you... Mind you, I had Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck earlier. And so from going from the Page to the Knight, that's somebody who's well aware and at their fiery, you know what I mean, kind of a peak in terms of energy, what you're doing and practicing in that. And what's hiding from you guys is, with the Three of Cups, this is about, you might be reconciling. And what I mean by reconciling, some of you might be reconciling with people that you love and care about you, and realizing how much you have in common. It's going to bring you more together with people that are similar to your energy. Let's keep going because there's more on that and I want to clarify that. What's the strength of Leo? Okay, give me one more for the strength of Leo. Okay. So for some of you guys, this is about family. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Swords. This is some information coming in hot. What your strength is when it comes to people that you do work with, you can definitely hold it down with the Queen of Pentacles. Not only just work with, but this is like family. You are stable, they are stable, you got money, they got money, we're making money together. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's able to really hold that down and really know their value and know their role when it comes to helping others and guiding others. Being the queen, it's giving me very, I'm the queen of the kingdom. That is your strength. Whoops. And what is the spiritual guidance for my Leos? The Hierophant. Can I get one more? And the Queen of Wands with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That is a relationship of some kind. So with the Hierophant, that is our morals, our beliefs. It's kind of the blueprint of our spirituality. You know, it could be, considered religious, but really for me, especially with this spread and what's going on with you guys, it's like, what do I truly believe in? What do I what is really the blueprint of me and my spirituality and my actions? Why am I doing things? What is the goal here? Why is it the goal here? And the fact that the Queen of Wands is not afraid of a little heat, is really understanding of their power, understands its place. And I feel like with it in your spiritual guidance, it speaks a lot about really being able to recognize that, because I feel like there's a question here with these old patterns. With the Death card, it's like you're gonna come to an awareness, because some of you Leos, I'm feeling like You know, it's like, I know I'm a powerful, passionate person, right? I know this is what I believe in. This is who I am. I can't help it. I'm not trying to help it, right? But there might have been things in the past that have made you guys dim your light. And I feel like those old patterns that weren't serving you, you weren't able to manifest with, is coming down. Because it's not like you can't manifest, right? It's the fact of anything else that happened prior to life has kind of blocked your very natural talent to be able to manifest, and to be able to know that and recognize that and keep that as the focus, you know what I'm saying, is the ultimate spiritual guidance. So if you get nothing out of this reading, that is something to definitely hold on to. What's the most potential outcome for Leo? The Sun, which is in Leo right now. And the Nine of Swords. Okay, with the Empress at the bottom of the deck. That is, to me, a catalyst. That is all the potential that could ever exist. You know, the Empress is like, you know, mother energy. She gives birth to something. And so with this being the most potential outcome, I think a lot of things, anything else with this Nine of Swords, that is anxiety, that is sleepless nights, that is woe, that is, you know, really being mentally tormented, anxiety. And I feel like that is has a lot to do with this death and rebirth, because when those come to light, I feel like automatically, like anything else, if there's a dark room and you turn on the light, is it dark anymore? No, you can see everything in there. Everything makes sense. You know where things came from. I know why I feel like this and that. I know where this thought came from, and this thought and that thought, and this trauma and this insecurity. Just shed a light on it. That's what's going to, I don't know if you guys are going to be actively doing that for some of you. I think that for this season, it's probably already been happening, just things coming to light. I feel like you guys are going to feel a little bit exposed at first, but because of this determination here with the Nine of Wands and standing your ground, I think you guys are going to kind of be ready to be humbled by the traumas and patterns of whether it's your thoughts or actions, whether it came from the past or anything like that, that has been stifling you. And just the light coming in with the Sun is going to be something that eradicates that. So let me clarify. Where's my deck? Oh, right here. Let me clarify here with my Osho Zen deck here. I want to clarify this death and rebirth here. Okay, breakthrough. Pretty much what I said. You know, I feel like that has a lot into tie with what I just said about the light shining through in you guys' life. This is going to be a huge breakthrough now with the Nine of Wands. Remember how I said this is just standing your ground? It's feeling like it's worse before it gets better. It's like, I feel like this is the energy that is the wall. It's like you've been on this journey, and now you're seeing that this is the true wall that's blocking you. It isn't anybody else. It's not about what you have access to. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about any of what you think is going against you externally outside of you in your life. It's you. You know, and everything that's going on in your thought processes and what you've learned in your life that you need to unlearn. And that breakthrough, you have to break that wall down. And that's not easy. That's not easy to break a wall down. Imagine punching a wall down, like physically and literally. That'd be hard as hell. But considering what the wall truly is, just shining a light on it and you being aware of it and exposing it is what's going to make this breakthrough. Because look at the light on him. The light within him is what broke that wall down. Let's clarify the Chariot here. That is challenging you right now. Inner voice. Yeah, you guys, you know, okay, so it's like, and with politics, which is my lion, deceiving, conniving card at the bottom of the deck. You see how he has two faces? And then one face is his true face. When I get from that with the inner voice, this is technically the High Priestess card and that heavy intuition. It's like, you know this about you. You know you're the Queen of Wands. You already know this, right? But then you have all these side thoughts that distract you and confuse you. You probably think it's like your dark side. And maybe, you know, I do feel like our dark sides, our shadow selves definitely hold on to our traumas. I think those are the sides that hold on to it and speak to that other side of ourselves. Like, listen, we can't do this because of that. We can't do this because of this. We've been told this. We've been told that. This is just how I learned it and I can't unlearn it. But that's not really the source, right? Our shadow self merely absorbs that. And I feel like you guys need to be able to understand and know your intuition and know the difference, because your shadow self is necessary. See that white horse and that dark horse? That dark horse is our shadow, and this is our light side as well. And we need to be able to, you know what I mean, treat both and to use both, and for them to sync in order for us to go down the path we're supposed to go down. You guys have to have a lot more trust in your intuition. There's a difference between your intuition and fear. If you're getting these thoughts or visions or anything coming to you that's negative and telling you you cannot do something and you need to fear something, if it feels like your heart is dropping into your stomach, if it just feels negative and low vibrational to the point where it's hindering, that's not the voice. The voice is the one that's always been there. It's like, I know it. It might even feel quieter depending on what y'all going through. Oh boy. You guys need to really trust yourselves. It's like you guys have everything. You guys have the light. You guys have the wand already. You know? And there's dark, and for some of you, it might feel like at times, or maybe all the time, there's a darkness all around you. How do I get rid of this darkness? There's only one way to use that wand and use that fire and brighten that fire up. Yep, the same fire that everybody told you, do not wield it because you'll burn other people. Bunch of bullshit. What's this Ace of Wands coming? That you guys definitely coming towards, or coming to y'all. Stress. Okay, let me get one more, because I had a feeling. Okay, and the Fool. All right. With past lives at the bottom of the deck. Remember when I said about the past and what we've learned in the past, old traumas and old patterns that were teaching us how to dim our light, yeah? Well, there's a new opportunity coming up, a new beginning coming up. This is going to put you, it's going to feel like a drop, but this is going to put you right on that road with the Chariot, right? However, it's going to be stressful as hell because you're not used to that shit, right? Look at that stress. Look at that monkey. Look at him trying to do all that stuff, and then you got to worry about one little thing, you know what I mean, that he's holding on to. You don't got to hold on to that monkey. Look at the, look how he's holding that string. He don't need that in his life. Yet he's holding him. Maybe he thinks he has to hold him to control it, but guess what? That monkey's still about his fuckery. Right? And you know who that monkey is? This bullshit. This bullshit. This bullshit. Past life shit. Well, I suffered doing this, and I suffered doing that, and da-da-da. It's not going to serve you anymore. That has to die inside of you. That old self that you used to survive, it gots to go. Let's use what's hiding from you here with the Knight of Wands. Let's clarify that. Courage. Ooh, that might be a lot. We're going to start it over. Give me one more. One more for what's hiding. In suppression. Man, what did I say? And experiencing. A lot of you guys have suppressed yourselves from experiencing life due to probably life feeling like it was kicking your ass before. But it's not going to serve you anymore because you have a new way of manifesting, correct? So with the Knight of Wands and using that passion and how it's going to involve you when it comes to people that you love, and you see how they're all being able to embrace each other. All of them chicks right there, they know themselves and they worth, and that's what you're going to. You're about to find a whole bunch of other females or men or women or friends or maybe even relationship or anything that's going to reflect that, right? And it's hiding from you that all you got to do is be yourself. You see this flower growing out the concrete? Do you think the flower had to grow muscles and do all this extra shit or pray to be a stronger flower or anything like that? I hope I'm a Venus flytrap. None of that. None of that. It's literally just being a flower. It's just doing what it does with its light. And it's growing out of the concrete just fine. It's literally being yourself. Just be yourself because you've been suppressing it so much. That's probably why when you tap in, you're not even gonna realize with the Knight, it's gonna burst out. A lot of you guys are not gonna want to know what to do with that energy. You might want to run around. You might want to create a lot of things. You might get horny. I don't really know. It depends on y'all. There's going to be a lot, but whatever it is, you have to be able to express it and go through the experience of it because it's been stifled by others in your past. And then when you got some independence or feel like you weren't controlled by others, you know what I mean? You just passed on that trauma onto yourself and you made sure it stood there. And you're realizing now, or you need to realize that you're coming into your power. I mean, a lot of you guys are realizing it, but a lot of you guys like don't know where to start. It's like, okay, just recently found out I'm a bad bitch, right? But like, how? right? There's only one way to know. It's to get around and do some stuff, you know? And you see him, he's doing all types of stuff. He's juggling, he's blowing horns, what else he doing? He doing a lot of stuff, right? Bouncing on balls and stuff. And in order to do all that, and the only reason why this situation is really stressful is because of that monkey. Is because of this. The mental, the mind. Let me get your strength here. The 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Healing in the mind. A lot of you guys, a lot of you guys are feeling very unworthy in your families or in group settings with people. Maybe it's at work, maybe it's in a friend group, maybe it's with your blood family or the family that you've created. And it's not true, because you actually hold a lot of the things down as the queen. And there's a lot of healing when it comes to what you think about yourself that needs to happen, because there's a lot of strength and a lot of valuable things about you that, regardless of any, and you guys, you know, it's a bunch of different Leos in the world, millions of y'all. So some of you guys, it's family trauma. Some of you guys is being done dirty by, you know, by significant others or friendships of some kind. And I feel like it's caused you, out of survival instincts, or triggers, to think a certain way about yourself that isn't true, to think you are weaker than you are, to think that you are not worth love, or you're not capable of love, because you cannot love the way maybe others desired you to love them. However, that wasn't love. There's more stories there, and I'm not going to get into it. If you want a personal reading from me, contact me. Hit me up, my email, on Instagram. Hit me up, and I'll get to you. Because there's a lot of stories right there, and I feel like it's more detailed depending on the specific Leo and what else is in their chart. Let's get the spiritual guidance here. The Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. And it, mind you, it landed on that inner voice. Okay, so with the exhaustion card, let me get one more, but it's giving me it's just like this Nine of Wands. Alone and then adventure. It's giving me a lot of you guys are going to break, and then look, the same group of people I told you about ready to celebrate with you. A lot of you guys are going to break out because you're just tired of feeling like it. Like, I'm just so tired of feeling alone. I'm tired of feeling worthless. I'm tired of being in this place. I feel like a lot of it is just going to be like, you know what? F it. I'm getting out of this. I just feel like it's going to be one of those things, because y'all are Leos. Y'all are ruled literally by the sun, and it's Leo season. So a lot of y'all, whether you guys have fear or anxiety or trauma or triggers, a lot of y'all are going to get really sick and tired of feeling this kind of pressure and break out of that. A lot of you guys really are. And that, for it to be in your spiritual guidance, y'all just don't realize how much is going to bless y'all. I feel like y'all know it deep inside, because it landed on the inner voice too. You know you're tired of this shit. It's like, you know it isn't true. I know it isn't true, and I'm tired of falling victim into my thoughts, and, you know, falling victim to people that I keep attracting that are still, I'm only attracting them because they vibrate the same energy as these dark thoughts. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. A lot of y'all about to show out. Y'all about to show out, and then when people go, well, you know, and the universe is going to test you and be like, you know, you're doing too much, or this means that, and that means this, or people might get you misconstrued. They might understand. It's like, you know what, if you can't take the heat or understand the heat or realize I'm cooking up a feast for me and everybody who fucking love me, then get the hell out the motherfucking kitchen. Period. What's the most probable outcome here with the sun? Give me one more, please, and we'll wrap it up. Clinging to the past. That's the last step. That last puzzle. Look how it's being put in their third eye too. A lot of y'all know this already. I feel like this reading is just confirmation for y'all. A lot of y'all, look at all that jewels. Look at all of her. Look at all that value that she holds, and she's holding it back, being bricked up because she's clinging on to the past and traumas. I feel like that's it. I could do maybe like my little spiritual angelic cards here for some extra words, but that's the reading, y'all. I feel like it's something or someone. Either way, they're just merely a vessel. They or this event is gonna really have y'all show out. And it's gonna have y'all show out in a way that is so natural to you, and you don't even know it's natural to you because you've been living in fear by holding it back. It's time to break out. What the? Oh my God. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I just said that. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I'm telling you guys, y'all about to show out. One more. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? That's beautiful. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Last word for any of you guys who are afraid that you might lose people or things or jobs if you break out with this energy. Anything you do lose, it's hindering you. It's a part of the wall. I'm sorry. And I get it because a lot of you guys are like, well, I can't lose this person because they're this, I value them for this and this and that. I need them for this, I need that. I can't lose this job. I can't lose this. I can't lose that. Why don't y'all trust yourselves in how you're able to manifest? Because a lot of you guys are things that you think you need, that you're still holding on within this transition. You really don't. All it's causing is this and this and this. I mean, and this is what you need. This is gonna happen. I feel like y'all gonna break out whether y'all want to or not. It's just because it's like shaking a bottle of soda. I don't care how tight you have it. It's gonna explode on itself, you know? And it's gonna be a very beautiful thing. And you don't even realize that is what's gonna initiate you into your calling, into what you're supposed to do. That's the reading. Show out. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.